Now, in your book, you start off your book with a very powerful statement. You mentioned, Dato, that Sabah is one of the richest states in Malaysia in terms of resources, yet it's highest poverty in our country.
Yeah.
Why is that so?
There are so many reasons for this paradox. Rich country but poor at the same time. And basically, when we formed Malaysia, we didn't join Malaysia. Okay, I have to emphasize, we formed Malaysia together with Malaya, and without Sabah and Sarawak, there's no Malaysia at all. So I always like to emphasize the point because the people here don't get it. They think we're just one of the 12 and 13 states of Malaysia. We are not.
You're equal partners.
All right, because we're equal partners and we have our own autonomy, and we have, if you listen to Professor Shad Faraki, he will tell you the difference that Sabah and Sarawak has special rights in certain areas. Immigration for one.
Yes.
Okay, so that's a good example. So we in terms of resources, we are rich, like Sarawak, and the resource-rich minerals that we have today, of course, is oil and gas, and we only get 5% of whatever is mined in Sabah and Sarawak waters, and 95% goes to elsewhere. All right, so this is an issue. I mean, if you go to Aceh, they're given 70%. All right, and so in terms of getting back our revenue rights and all that, over the years, we have reached a dead wall. For example, today, I think if you're well read, there's an issue about the 40% tax revenue. Yes, it's in the newspapers, but a lot of people here don't bother to read about it because, as I always say, when you're on the receiving end, the good end, why complain? Why raise this issue?
Correct.
But because we're on the receiving end, we're complaining about it every day. So now the matter has gone to court. And I feel that the federal government is playing a dangerous game because when you mess around with the Constitution, because the 40% is in the Constitution. Now, when you mess around the Constitution, you do not honor it and play around with it, then nobody's going to respect the Constitution or the federal government in the future because they know you've been playing around with us, you're dishonest, again, you mistreat us, all right? So all along, our wealth has been taken. We always joke that the Twin Tower, one is paid by Sarawak, one is paid by Sabah. Okay, that's why it's a Twin Tower.
Yes, you mentioned that in the book as well.
So, yes, the wealth has been drained from us. As you can see, every year Petronas get about 50 billion. They give the 50 billion to federal government, sorry. And Sabah gets like 3 billion, 4 billion. Now, is that fair? Of course it's not, because when you look at the poverty line, Sabah is the poorest nation in Malaysia after this year. It'll be 61 years of Malaysia. And we're still the poorest region in Malaysia. Why is that? I mean, they mentioned 9 states that are poor, and 8 of the 9 states are in Sabah. The other one is Kelantan. Okay.
No surprise there.
Yeah, not surprising at all. So, so this is what we see today. Our wealth extracted from our oil and gas resources. I mean, don't talk about timber. That's another story. That's the only wealth that we got that can keep us going for the next 20, 30 years. And all of this has been exploited by the federal government through Petronas.
Definitely.